Fine. Should we continue? So, last time we discussed types of constructor. We started on the constructor, we discussed types of constructors, which were the two types of constructors, default and parameterized. One more type of constructor is available with us that we'll be discussing today. And the third type of constructor is copy constructor. Copy constructor. What do you mean by the term copy? What do you mean by the term copy constructor? Something similar to like copy production. You want to copy something from something. Okay. Say, for example, in this example itself, complex C1 I am having. I want to copy paste the same thing to someone else, some another object. Let's say I want to copy the same thing for C2. Means whatever the values of the object we provide to C1, the same thing we want it for C2. So can I say I can copy from C1 to C2? Yes or no? So how to do that? The question comes, how to do this? The face of Abdeli is somewhat confused, as usual. Okay? Which type of constructor? Copy constructor. Okay? That means what I want to do it over here is, I don't want to write C1 like this. What I want is complex C2 is equals to C1. Copy. So whatever is there in C1 should be copied to C. Means whatever is the members of the object what we have initialized. The same thing I want for C2. What can be done? I have written the method. I have written the method. Okay. There is another alternate way of writing the same. The same statement we can write like this also. Complex C2 in the bracket T1. Both the statements are same. Second statement में whatever the second statement I have written, you should get a hint from that second statement. What we need. Parameters for what? Constructor. Okay, here the answer is something interesting. My question is when I say I want to copy this object to this C2, C1 to C2, I want to copy. What should I do? What code I need to write? One thing. Second thing, to know this answer, I have given you actually this hint. What is constructor? Constructor is a special type of function. That means, can I pass argument to this function? Can I pass object as an argument to the function? The mixture of concepts. Mixture of concepts which we already discussed. So can I write complex C passing object as an argument to the function? मैंने कॉम्प्लेक्स क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट ये कंस्ट्रक्टर में पास किया. कैन आई डू लाइक दिस? यस और नो? Yes or no? I cannot make out from your faces. Repeating my statement again. Do you recall this concept? Are you able to recall this concept? What was this concept? Using object as an argument. That means we are passing object as an argument to the function. Which function? Add complex. So same way, over here, can I say complex is a function? Constructor means function. वो एज एन ऑब्जेक्ट पास किया आर्ग्यूमेंट में. ये कंस्ट्रक्टर किस क्लास का है? तो उसमें ही लिखना पड़ेगा ना. कौन सा वाला पूछ रहे हो आप? ये वाला बोल रहे हो? ये वाला? हाँ, तो ये कंस्ट्रक्टर ही है. ये वाला कंस्ट्रक्टर है, ये कंस्ट्रक्टर है, और ये जो मैंने ब्रैकेट में लिखा है ये आर्ग्यूमेंट हुई. तो सिमिलर ऊपर ही है, देखो. ये क्या है? व्हाट इज दिस? आर्ग्यूमेंट ना. वेरिएबल मतलब आर्ग्यूमेंट ही है ना. बट इट इज नॉट अ वेरिएबल. बट व्हाट इज दिस नाउ? Object. तो वेरिएबल ही. I can pass object as an argument. Fine. Is it fine? What should? Sorry. तो पास किया. देखो यहाँ पे नीचे ही हमने लिखा. फिर ये कॉम्प्लेक्स कंस्ट्रक्टर में हमने पास किया C1, C2, C1. यहाँ पे देखो C1 आर्गुमेंट्स 10, 20 ये इंटीजर आर्गुमेंट्स थे. इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट नाउ वी आर पासिंग ऑब्जेक्ट एज एन आर्गुमेंट. दिस इज फाइन. Fine. Compare. Just compare. दोनों सेम ही है. जस्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन आ रही है. तो लिखने पड़ेगा ना. मैं ये लिखूं, मैं ये लिखूं, वो बात से. बट वहां पे तो मुझे जैसे हिसाब से लिखा वैसे ही लिखना पड़ेगा. फाइन. Should I move further? Okay then. Now I need to define this. No. This is what I have done. Declaration. Constructor declaration. What is remaining? Constructor definition. So can I write constructor definition like this? Complex in the bracket complex C. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि आपके माइंड में थोड़ा कभी कॉम्प्लेक्स बढ़ गया है. कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इज मोर. Okay, now what I am writing? L equals to near to the answer. Absolutely near to the answer. What we have passed over? C. What should I write over here? C. C is complete packet, complete object. मुझे अभी C में से क्या चाहिए? C dot real. C dot real. Is it fine? Now it started copying. See, you started the process of copying the members of C1 to C2. Now what is left out? Imaginary equals to C dot imaginary. Is it fine? No, not fine. Not fine for me. You find out what the problem is. Okay. Thoroughly go through the program from first. Okay. Thoroughly start checking the program from here. Read line by line and understand line by line and then execute line by line. In your mind, huh? Sir, program को read कैसे? Program को समझे कैसे? Very simple. And then what I say, that read the program, understand the program. It's very simple. Okay, what is there written? Okay, class complex is there with two data members, real and imaginary, and there are certain functions written into this. One is get data, another is put data, another is get complex, and two constructors are written. And I write a function with the same name more than once. તો હું કોઈનો તમને આવે આ તમને સમજાવું છે. This is what you need to recollect. Can I have a function more than one function with the same name? Yes, then what becomes that concept? Function overloading. Similarly, I have written more than one constructor in this class. Then what is this term as? Constructor overloading. Can I say similar to function overloading? What was the definition of function overloading? Function with the same, function with the same name, but different arguments. Okay, same way constructor. Constructor is always the same name. See, the names are same, complex, complex. But arguments are different. Here, two arguments and both are of type integer. And here, one argument of type complex. Is it fine now? Do you understand this now? Should we compile it? Or no? I find still somewhere error. Let us try to compile. Let's see what errors are. Always learn programming from errors. What is the first error? Read the first error, huh? And read the second error. They both are confusing. And actually, you will not come to know what actually problem is. Now I am telling you the exact syntax. What we have written in argument complex C. What I did, repeating what I did. किसी को पता नहीं है मैंने क्या किया. I simply added end, but like meaning nobody knows. Okay, let us try to compile. Sorry, यहाँ पे भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा. No errors. What we are copying to what? We are copying C1 to C2. Copied. Both are same. Sir, what you did by writing ampersand? Why you wrote ampersand? All by that and exact. But I don't want to go into that detail right now. Just remember one thing right now. That whenever we are going for copy constructor, whenever we are going for copy constructor, at that time when we pass object as an argument, you should write ampersand. અત્યારે એવું consider કરીને કરવા why we discuss it. Behind this ampersand there is one concept. That's why. Okay. So just right now assume or consider that whenever you are going for copy constructor, you should write ampersand over here as an argument. In case of copy constructor only, भूल से भी यहां पे मत लिखना. As an argument में हम नहीं लिख रहे. We are writing as an argument to the constructor when we are writing copy constructor only. Is it fine? Is it fine, all of you? Yes or no? Okay then. Please note down this copy constructor. Wherever you want to just write it down, just add it to your previous program also. Now there are two things we discussed in this point. One is we discussed the copy constructor, and second we discussed constructor overloading. Two things we have discussed over here. Regarding your mid-semester exam, the syllabus for your mid-semester exam is till destructor. Okay, after this constructor, we will discuss destructor. Okay, till destructor, it will be your syllabus. Exam is offline. As discussed, there is no other alternate available. So try making a practice of writing the programs, theories. Sir, એક વર્ષથી પ્રોગ્રામ લખવાનું और રાઇટિંગ પ્રેક્ટિસ વહી ગઈ છે. બરાબર છે, એટલે પાછી લઈ આવજો. Again asking you once again, what is this term dash? I have highlighted something. What is highlighted term dash? Constructor overloading. I am requesting you all people very frequently that for mid examination or for any examination, please read the textbooks. Please read the textbook. Otherwise, sir, ये तो syllabus में नहीं था, आपने पूछ दिया. I cannot teach you the complete textbook. I can teach you the concepts that are important for you. Question paper, sir, okay, so you need to make yourself acquainted for reading the textbook. हमारी भाषा को एक कंप्लेंट में होता है कि सर मैं बना नहीं बराबर है नहीं से बस मारी कुछ वो बनाए तो बना से बात नहीं. Two more points with respect to exam. Two more points. Number one, if any of the concept is asked into the examination, like explain constructors, or explain static data networks, or explain class, or explain print function, explain inline function, explain function with default arguments. Some questions similar were asked. In that case, you are supposed to write the description as well as you are supposed to write the example code also. Are you getting my point? No need to simply like, sir, आपने explain था, आपने explain कर दिया. Sir, example का नहीं लिखा था. No, you need to write it. Now the question comes with respect to marks you need to write it. Suppose if it has been asked for 3 marks, then write code accordingly. Like you can skip some of the code. But if it has been asked for 6 marks, then you should write full code. But dot नहीं करवाना. Okay. So make sure in case of concepts, if it has been asked, you need to write the program also. Example also. Second point. Regarding the program, whatever program is asked, like say for example, write a program to define class complex with these data members and these functions. If get data put data is not mentioned, then also you should write get data put data. If separately display is given, then no need to write put data. But if similar functions are not given, then by default you should write it. All of you. Then further, okay, then write down the white main also. Write this both the things, huh? Write this both the things so that you may not get confused. The bracket equals to whatever you write, both are right. Completed. Now I am remodifying this same program. Just check it out. You have to observe. I will not speak anything. You have to observe what I am doing. Now see the program from the scratch. I have somewhat re-modified this program. See in the class, these are the two members. Then I have made three constructors. The first one, default. Second one, parameterized. And third one, copy. In the same program, I wrote three constructors. Then I wrote these functions, two functions for printing and editing. Now I have defined the constructors outside the class, second constructor, and the third constructor. Define the method functions, put data, add complex. Then I would define void main. First object created, second object copied, third object created with 0, 0 values. Now instead of that, can I redefine like this? What I did. Now which constructor will be called for this? Default. Okay. Then add complex, put data, and put data. Let me run it once again. Sir, what if I want to take the values from the user? You are knowing what you need to do. Okay, you can write get data, no problem with that. Is it fine? Okay, now, what if I write the definition of the function in the function itself? Is it possible? Yes. We can define function in the class itself. And what is, I told you in my first lecture of class and object. I told you that we will discuss it later on. What if we define function inside the class and what if we define function outside the class? What my question, everyone? Now, if I define function in the class, if I define function in the class, then that function is called inline function. You recall inline function. If I define, you please note down wherever you want to. If we define function inside the class, if we define function inside the class, then that function is called inline function. Now you have to tell me what are the properties of inline function. Okay, then limitations. What are the limitations of inline function? Sorry? That is fine. But what are the limitations? नहीं ऐसा नहीं. Limitation of inline function. Number one, we cannot write more than 2 to 3 lines. If you remember, short functions are there. Okay. Secondly, we cannot write any looping statements in inline function. Do you remember? See, such questions can be asked into the examination. Mid-sem में सही question होगा, explain inline function and write the limitations of inline function. That's why I am telling, read the textbook. Is it fine? Should I move further? So what if I define the function within the class? Then that function becomes. And what if I declare it outside, define outside the class? It is not inline, it is our normal function. Okay, that's why I make you to understand that always have a practice of defining the function outside the class. Is that fine? Everyone? सर तो ये गलत है हमने लिखा है. नहीं, it is not wrong, it is correct. Because अभी एक ही लाइन है उसमें. It is acceptable. It will work in inline. Sir, what if I write more than 3 to 4 lines in this? Will it give error, compilation error? No, it will not give you, but it will execute it as a normal function. It is the role of compiler, not ours. But what is our role? We need to define that whenever we are defining function in the class, it should not exceed 2 to 3 lines. यहाँ पे, if I write more than 2 to 3 lines, then it is not acceptable. Then it will not be inline. Now let me tell you one thing more for your information. In the further languages which have been invented after C++, like Java, C#, VB.NET, all the languages which have been defined, in that case, we define the function in the class itself. We don't define it outside the class. So they made it easier for us. Okay, when you learn Java in your next semester, you will say everything is same. But you will say, oh sir, it is far more better than C++. We are defining function outside the class and some clumsy part is there. For writing this operator like this, writing this is somewhat of thing which we forget. Okay. Again, moving to next concept. What is this termed as? I always speak out. Double colon. I have never named this what actually it is. I always speak out. Complex double colon put data. Complex double colon add complex. What is this double colon? Here the answer. Actually, this double colon is an operator. What is double colon? Operator. And what is the name of this operator? Co-resolution operator. Please mention it again somewhere in your notes. Double colon is a co-resolution operator. If I would have told you at first, then you would have been confused. Yes, sir, how to do? Actually, you have to change it. Why we are writing this double column? I have explained very clearly. Here, by writing this scope resolution operator, we are stating the compiler that this function put data is a member of this class. Okay, fine. So it resolves the scope of the function. That's why the name given is scope resolution operator. So it can be asked for one mark. What do you mean by scope resolution operator? Or other way around. Which operator is used to resolve the scope of the member? Right? Then move further. Okay. See, I go 99 वस्तु विचार. Our topics were taken very minute things which we left out earlier. क्या मैंने वो किधर हो? क्या मैं पच्ची की discuss कर सकूँ? वो पच्ची करने हैं. बराबर है? Okay. Fine then. Now the last thing with respect to constructor. Last thing with respect to constructor. I'm searching one program. Just a minute, I'm searching one program. Okay, forget. Do you remember the concept of function with default arguments? What was that? Function with default arguments. If I don't pass some value, then it will take some value default. Same way, we can have constructor with default arguments. Constructor with default arguments. Say for example, this is our constructor, wherein imaginary value, I want to have default value to be 10 every time. Default. If I don't specify, then it should take this particular value. Okay, but over here, if you can check out, I have specified 20. And what should it take? 20 or 10? 20, because I have specified. Okay, let's see. Sorry. I need to specify it over here, not in the declaration. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I am running it. What is that value taken? 20, because I have passed it. But now, oh sorry, both are same. Let's say I take some weird value, let's say 7. And what I am passing? 20. So what it should take? 20 or 7? Because I am passing. Okay, but what if I don't pass? Default. What is default? Fine. So what is this termed as? Constructor with default. Just note down the concept name, constructor with default arguments, and simply write down this only. Nothing more to be written. Just write down this part. And again the rule is applied same. Huh? Again the same rule. The default argument should be at the last. Okay, on the right hand side. It should be on the rightmost side. So with this constructor is over. Now we are left out with destructor, which will take it next time. Okay. Today we stop here. All the online students are requested to put your enrollment number in the chat box. And if any doubts, you can ask. Today we stop here. So all are requested to enter your enrollment numbers in the chat box and you can leave.
हेलो
Yes.
सर, आपने वो मिड का सिलेबस क्या कहा था?
मिड का सिलेबस एज पर टेक्स्ट बुक till the chapter of constructor and destructor.
Okay, sir.
Now, as per textbook means as per Balagurusamy, object oriented programming with Balagurusamy, chapter till constructor and destructor. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
will you please upload that recorded lectures?
This time I have decided not to upload the lectures. I want to keep it as private for me, because once I upload the lectures, you people are not reading the textbooks. That's why.
No, sir, that's just for a quick revision.
Okay, I'll see to it. If I'll find it better, then I'll upload it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. So today we stop here. Number. One three.